Hey peeps, Gamer Drag here, welcome back. Since the last episode we had a very short drought which has passed. It was only 4 days, and I have built another lodge because I needed to increase the number of beavers we had for this next engineering task of ours. So I'm going to unlock the builder's hut. It's 100 points, 100 science points, but I need it because we're going to need to increase the number of builders we've got. So once that's built, we'll be able to employ 4 more builders. So we've already got a few workers here who build and then transport when they're idle. These are going to be builders for us, and we've got our hauliers here which are already working around moving stuff for us. The other thing is our warehouse here is keeps getting full, and I'm just going to set that to empty now, so no new stuff will go in there. It'll all be moved over here, and I will then create a second larger warehouse once this one has been emptied. No rush for that. So our engineering task for the day is to see whether we can build a levee across here. So we haven't done any dam building yet, but we have dams, and we have built a dam. The dam was over here, and the way the dam works is it allows water to come up. I'm not sure if you can see it. Maybe if I can zoom in a little more. It allows water, it blocks water up to a point, almost 3/4 of the way up a block, and then excess flows over. A levee, however, blocks it entirely up to 1 block high. It's the same as being a wall like that. The water can't pass it until it gets to the top. And that's what I want to see if I can build across here. But I don't know whether our district will reach that far. I'm thinking it's going to be on the boundary. We might just be able to do it. The only way to tell is by building a path, and thankfully paths aren't expensive, they don't cost anything. So I'm just going to build a path all the way out and select my district again and see how far it gets. Oh, would you know it? It just fits. If we build from there, we can build our wall just across there. That is lucky. Okay, that is lucky, but we can do it. So I'm going to unlock the levee. It's 120 science points. And it's just a fairly straightforward block of wood that the beavers can build. But if we do that, that will allow us to flood this area here without the water going basically off the map, which is essentially where it will go if it goes that way. So that's part 1 of the task. Part 2 is stopping it flooding here, and we will do that by building a wall along here to prevent that, another levee, and then we will build a block here, and the block I want to use these floodgates, and these floodgates, they're quite expensive. They're 500 science points, but we're almost there. I'm going to put a 3 in because it's quite tall here, and it might give us more options in the future. The floodgates can be completely open or completely blocked, and we can control that in half block increments. So that will allow us, once that's built, again, if we can reach that far, and I think we can, I think we'll be able to get over there just about, especially if we clear a straight path along the edge here. So that is the task. That is the task in hand. The beavers are already starting on this. Is our builder hut built? It is. We have 4 people, we'll employ another 2, and that gives us 4 beavers to work on building that area. I'm also going to employ another lumberjack because we need to increase the wood supply, I think, a little bit. So let's take our wood flag, and if we pop him in there, why won't he fit there? Because I don't know why you won't fit in there. Why won't you fit in there? Is that too near to a windmill? I think it might be too near to a windmill. Okay. Well, you can come over here. We'll pop you in there. Okay, and that will give us another lumberjack, leaving just 1 person unemployed, and we shall find a job for that person later on. So let's increase our speed, and these don't take much to build other than logs. It's not very technical. While that is going on, I am going to look at researching the beehives, because we're going to need to increase our food production, and beehives are going to do that for us. Now, beehives themselves cost 400, but to make a beehive we need paper, and that also costs 250. So that's 650 science points needed to unlock that. And we need the mega amount of points, 500 for that, so we need over 1,000 science points. So since we have 2 more unemployed beavers for now, we're just going to knock them into science and start cranking out science points, and that will keep going. Once we've unlocked everything, we can get rid of the science huts, they're not needed. We have a few things to unlock, but we're getting there. We're getting there slowly. Okay, let's give the beavers a little bit of time to build this levee. Okay folks, start of a new day, and our beavers are about to finish building this levee for us. I'm hoping, here they come. Are they going to finish it? Oh no, one more trip. One more trip. There, brilliant. Okay, so we've got this levee in place now. I built a second group of builders because we had spare workers, and why not? Okay, so that's part 1. Part 2 is essentially the same thing over there. So the first thing we're going to need to do is clear this area completely, and unfortunately these berries are going to have to go. I want all that gone, and once they've cleared this area we will get into it and start building our wall. Now the final stage will then be, we'll need to clear a path across here like so, and we will build a bridge across here, because I want from the town centre, the district centre, to here to have the shortest possible route to help us get there. And that's fine, we can just build platforms here, we have that technology, and that will allow us to, once those are built, to get in here. We'll need to put a temporary roadway into here because they won't reach that far. Let's see where they, well, see, they don't quite reach down here. They will as soon as we build this road. And once that's built, let's have a look. Oh, almost. We need to go a little bit further across as well. Unfortunately, we're losing these resources. I don't think they collect the berries when we do this, but it is what it is. Is that going to reach? Yeah, okay, so that'll take care of that, and they'll be able to clear that area out. And they can't clear that area out though. we need to build a roadway that way. Okay. So we'll need to be careful about where we build. Yeah, we should be okay. We'll go in line. We're going to go in line with this and build our levee out here. And I think that'll give us enough room to water all here. We shall see. Okay. Need to delete that bit of wall. I'm not going to build right to the edge yet because I need a path to get down here to build the floodgates. So we will go from here eventually, or here. Now we'll go from here, and for now we'll just take a straight line up, and we'll come across from there. Perfect. Are they going to be able to reach all that? No, they're not. We'll have to give them some extra pathing, like so, and now they will cover that area and build that up. This has been built, which is even better, and this will allow us to see whether we're going to be able to get out here as far as possible. Are we going to be able to reach it? We're not going to be able to tell until this stair is built. But as soon as that stair is built, I'm hoping, it's not going red, so it's going to go red around here, which should stretch out enough. I need that prioritised though. We'll get one of them to build that. That won't take long. Otherwise they'll focus on the first job that they've been given, which is building this levee. This small warehouse is now empty, so we can say goodbye to that. Goodbye. And build our second larger warehouse. I'm tempted to go for the underground warehouse, but I want to keep our science points at the moment for the paper. In fact, let's get that done now. Let's start building our paper mill. It's 250 science points, yep. I'm just going to pop it over here because we've run out of room on the mainland, but it's fine, it's out of the way, and I can pop a windmill behind it and that will power it just fine. And we have 2 unemployed, so as soon as this is built, someone will be in there getting that done. And then that will allow us to unlock our beehive. Yep. And we'll be able to put our beehives down and increase the food production. Okay, I can't fit one in here because there's crops, but we can wait till the crops are grown, or we can destroy the crops. That of course is the other option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go in there, and we'll do the same from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as soon as those crops have been removed, in goes our beehives. They can't be built until the paper's built, and that'll take a little bit of time. In fact, I'll make that more important than the warehouse. We don't need the warehouse yet, and also more important than the levee. And in fact, I'm going to have to make all of that a little bit more important, otherwise we'll be left without power. Okay, this has been built. We're still not reaching here, and that's because there is one more aspect to this that we need to do. But first of all, I'm just going to build the path right to the end. Does the red get us there? It does. Fantastic. So a set of stairs here, and that will mean that our beavers can get into the water and I thought he was going to build it then. What's he doing? Hopefully it'll come, this white outline will come to around here or further. As long as it's this first block, so we can draw a line across it, will be good. Right, what are you waiting for? Logs. Should be plenty of logs knocking around. Are we out of lumberjacks? Okay, we can build. I'm going to have to destroy a resource. In fact, I'll destroy that one since it's not built. So we can put a gatherer, a lumberjack in place there. Resource, destroy. And then as soon as that's gone, we'll put in another lumberjack gatherer. Just like that. We've got 2 unemployed, so someone will take that job quickly. Let's get this built as a priority. Here he comes. And let's hope this white light... Yes, look at that, perfect. So we can build anywhere in here, and that's not going to be a problem. So let's find our triple high floodgate, unlock it with science points, and build across there. And let them take care of that. It's only logs and planks, so it won't be it's not too expensive to build. And we will by then finish that. We've just got this last bit to build. In fact, what we could do, what we could do is build that levee. Now I'll wait till they're finished, but I was going to say I'll put some stairs in and they can just climb over the levee, but we'll wait till they've built over here rather than stop them doing that. Okay, our paper mill is up and running and we have someone employed. We haven't got any beehives yet, but we can put our final 2 in there. They don't completely cover everything, but it'll do for now. And we should be good to go then. This chap really hasn't got much to do anymore, so we will get rid of him from there, and that's good. Alright, let's let this run for a little bit and wait for this to build up. Right folks, well, the floodgates are almost built, and to start with I'm going to lower them right the way down to make sure that the water just flows through its normal path and we don't end up with dead farmland. So there we go. Thankfully there's this little switch so you can actually control each floodgate individually, or you can control them all together. And that's perfect timing. The drought has ended. These have got, oh well, that one's finished, and this one's got just 11 more planks to go, and that'll be built any second. And then we can try out this theory and see whether our plan's going to work. There we are. Oh, I thought that was it. There we go. Built. Can't walk across this, unfortunately, but that's alright. And here comes the water. As you can see, goes straight through it, no problem at all. And tops our river up again. Okay, so the last bit of stuff we need to do for this project is just delete the road here. I'm going to delete 3. We're going to build the last bit of the levee, and I'm also going to build some steps so that we can get over and indeed onto this levee should we need to. I'll put a path on there, and as soon as that levee has been built, we'll prioritise that. We can start our flood and see if this plan is going to work. Okay. Right. So, if this plan works, the water will flow into here It'll fill this up. It'll take some time to fill that up, I would have thought. And then it should fill this area up. Let's give it a go. I'm just going to raise this half at a time because I don't want to block all the water coming into our village. So I've just let it fill up. There we are. So it's now at half, but yet the water's coming over. It's flooding our land here. I don't quite understand why it's flooding our land here. Is it going to drain? It is. I'm not sure what caused that to be flooded. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen anymore. Let's move it up to 1 high. And in theory, it should back up here and start flooding over into here, and because this is 1 high, which is the same level as this ground, it'll flow this way as well. It's filling this up, which is what we thought would happen. Excellent, that took less time to fill up than I thought. That gives us a nice deep pool of water that we might be able to get some resources out of. And as soon as this is full, it should start spreading further. There's nowhere else for it to go other than over here. And when it gets to our levee, there's nowhere for it to go other than back out and then continue its journey along there. Ooh, okay. So it's given us a nice bit of green land here. And here, which is what we planned for, what we predicted. And then it's flowing back over into it. Perfect. Okay, so that's at 1 high. If we go up to 1.5 high, will that increase? Because I think this will dry out quite quickly at the moment. There's not much water there. Let's go up to 1 high. And what we might have to do actually is put a dam across here. Yeah, that's a good point. We might need to put a dam there to keep the water behind it. So the stairs are going to need to go, and our beavers are going to have to get busy and put a dam right. Well, let's just put it across there. And that will stop the water flowing out and allow it to build up behind here, which is what we're going to need it to do. Because, yeah, if the water stops flowing this way, I think this will evaporate quite quickly. We need it to be at least 1 high, and maybe in the future we might even build a second height to this. Okay, let's see what this does. Let's see if this fixes that problem. Engineering solutions at the best. We'll extend the path all the way across. In fact, at the end here, we'll put a set of stairs so they can get up onto that island. Could use that for even more farmland later on, maybe. Although I don't think we're going to get much use out of that. I don't think the district really is going to come much past that sort of area. But we could always move and create a new district there. Okay, half more day. They should finish this dam and we'll have a look what happens. So the dam's finished. They're just going to finish the stairs, which will actually tell us how far. Let's select our district. So we've got a little bit of usable land now, not so much. But now, yes, look, the water has filled up at least to the level of the dam because it's now overflowing. It's now overflowing the dam, so this is filled up 3/4 of the way. and we will have to wait until the next drought to see how long this is retained for. As long as it's retained for quite some time, we will then be able to use this as farmland. If it's not retained, we might have to make it deeper. We could, for example, build a second layer, and I think we could make this too deep quite easily. We might struggle. We might struggle to build out that far. Let's just create a path and see how far that goes from the district. Yeah, it doesn't get to the end. We might be able to fudge it by putting a stair in there and a straight line. But we need one more block here, and if we take out this kink in the bend here and go straight down, that might just be enough to allow us to build a second wall and create this as a too high flooded area. Where else is the water going to go? The water's going to go out there. So in order to do that, we would need to also dam that up. And to do that, we would need to have a second district. That might be worth considering. We could build a second district out here and use that to gather the metal there and also build this dam. How would we get them there? Just trying to see how we would move them over there. Okay, well that's a worry for another time. For now, our engineering project has worked, so we will look at, in the next episode, migrating some of our workers to a new district and see what happens, and see if we can get some metal and also build another levee across here. Perhaps. We will see. Until then, thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed, please leave a like and a subscribe. Getting a little bit chaotic, but hopefully you're following along. I think I'm following along. I'm not entirely sure. Until next time though, stay safe and we'll see you soon. Bye now.